Imagine a place that is 3 steps from the sea and the stone's throw from peaks over 2,000 meters high. A place with caves that were ancient dwellings for primitive man, extremely rare plants, and caves of black stone. Triora, in a word. Triora is not only a precious and interesting village, but a territory where time, while changing many things, has left intact a core of authenticity that you will certainly discover soon. Take bread, for example. "Can you sell me 2 loaves of bread from Triora?" this gentleman asks, and goes on to say, "They told me that once upon a time this bread could not be baked at home." The baker replies, "They prefer to take it to the communal oven for fear that the kitchen would catch fire in the house. The public oven can still be seen." And here is the old bakery, a dark place but full of all goodness. The round shape of this bread reminds the ancestral homage people paid to the sun god, source of all life. And now that we have sunshine, we can enter the penumbra. Here in Triora, you are surrounded by an environment just waiting to be discovered. Nor can we forget that Triora is the village where a very famous witch trial was held. La Cabotine, in the 16th century, was believed to be the home of witches. If you want to learn more about the story of the witches of Triora, you can visit the excellent museums. It is a story that took place at the end of the 16th century and whose original deeds have been preserved. Speaking of witches, here is a tale. She used to transform herself into animals, birds, cats, etc. She meowed, she disturbed. One evening one got fed up and threw a stone at her. And the next day this woman had an arm all... They realized it was really her. This work was painted by Taddeo di Bartolo di Siena in 1397. It is necessary to at least mention the great artistic heritage that Triora possesses. To tell you the importance of this painting at a popular level, you should know that until not too many years ago, new mothers here were advised not to take their babies out before baptism because they were not protected against the evil eye. In this village, as in its hamlets, a wide and varied gastronomic culture has also been consolidated that, better than many words, can tell you almost endless stories. One example above all, Bruzzo. Ricotta is used to make this very creamy cheese, very soft, but with a fairly intense flavor. Aging is controlled, so that it has a certain piquant flavor even though no flavoring is added to give it this very piquant character. On the subject of cooking, we conclude with satisfaction, with a small episode among the many that they will tell you if you come to this village. They also used to make polenta. When it rained, it was polenta time. People said, "Today is polenta time," but now they no longer know the reason for this saying. In those days, polenta had to be stirred for 2 hours, and if it didn't rain, you had to be in the country and you couldn't make polenta. So when the weather was bad, women stayed at home and could make polenta.